Look at that handsome boy. Look how handsome. You're so handsome, monkey. You're so handsome. Are you my baby? Are you mommy's baby? Yes, you're my baby. Look at that handsome boy. Look at him. What? What? You never talk to Mama? Because Max, I woke you up. He was snoozing and I woke him up. Oh well. Oops. There's a handsome boy. Yeah. Yeah, Mommy's baby. Mommy's baby. I love him so much. I love him. Spoiled little boy. Oh, it's so spoiled. Okay, that's enough of my baby. Yeah. So, it's Monday night. Hell, it's almost Tuesday now. And I was just doing laundry, putting laundry up and cleaning my room and figuring out, what do I need to get ready for Houston and things like that. And I bought this super cute new purse today. Took one back and bought a new. I returned one just to buy another one. But, and I was going through some things and I was getting my, hi mamas. Hi mama girls. Hi babies. Hi sweet girl. It's my sweet, the crazy Cali Coco. It's my sweet Cali Coco girl. But anyways, I was going through getting making sure that I had all of my what you call it, my insurance cards, like my health insurance cards and everything, so I can have them in Houston with me. And when I was going through some stuff like cards that I don't keep in my wallet that I have on me all the time. I keep them in my main wallet. Just that way, if I lose it, I don't lose all my, Social Security card, thing like that. And I came across, I'm gonna cover the info on it, since I don't want to put his business out there, but I came across my ex's driver's licenses. And I don't know why it even bothered me, to tell you the truth. I really don't. It just did. It's just like seeing his picture. It bothered me, and I don't know why. It's like I have a man in my life that is so good to me. I mean, so good to me. And I'm not saying that my ex wasn't. There were times where he was very good to me. I mean, I think that's the part that bothers me, is because he was there at my lowest of low and my worst of worst. He was there when I was told, you're gonna die. And I think it just bothers me because like, I truly figured and thought that literally I would be with him until the day I died. However long that was or wasn't. I figured, he was with me before I was diagnosed. He was there when I was diagnosed, and I figured he would be there when I was called home. And the thing is that even though there were times where he was so good to me, there were times where he was also so bad to me. I had things done to me that no human should have done. And I know he didn't do it on purpose. He did it because he doesn't know to not do them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you would think somebody knows how not to behave, but he was given bad circumstances his entire life, so he didn't know any different. It doesn't excuse it, and it doesn't make it right, but it is what it is. And honestly, our relationship probably should have ended years ago. In all honesty, it probably shouldn't even have gone as far as it did. But it did, and God made it that way for a reason. I question why sometimes. Why, God, why would you put me through it? Why would you make me endure the things that I had to endure? Especially when I was fighting for my life. At the same time I was fighting for my life, I would fight with him and just fight to stay alive. And it's not right, but, and I'm so fortunate now to have someone in my life that treats me, so incredibly well. Like sometimes I have to, I just ask myself, how is this guy so good? How is he just so genuine and loving? And the great thing about it is that he's honestly the first man in my life that has been that way, solid, like consistent. It never, ever wavers. It never changes. It's never up and down, highs and lows. It is consistent. 1,000,000% of the time. Always the same. Whether he has good days or bad days, it never affects how he treats me. Ever. And with my ex, a lot of the times how I got treated would depend upon what type of day he had or what kind of mood he was in. And it shouldn't be like that. And with Tim, it's not that way. It's like just the slightest little things, anything that makes me the tiniest bit happy, makes him so happy. Literally, it could be something so goofy, I'm in the mood for shrimp, and he's like, all right, let me grill you some shrimp. And I could just, take a bite of it and be like, oh my God, I've been craving this. And it's that, makes his day. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm still having to learn to get used to it, which is sad. I think that's part of what bothers me, too. Is that I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm just now learning. I'm having to learn how to let someone love me. Because I'm not used to it, Molly and Madison's dad was extremely abusive all the years that we were married. Even though he was 130 pounds and I was 400. he would throw me around like a rag doll. And unfortunately my children grew up watching their father beat their mother to a living pulp. And then to turn around and get right back in a relationship with a man just like him. It broke my daughter's heart. But, and it's like, they haven't even met Tim yet. And they're already saying, Mom, we just have this good feeling about him. And it was like with my ex, before they ever even met him, they didn't like him. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's intuition, I don't know. But, but of course, in the long run, it's ultimately my decision, but, so I don't know. But, so I don't know. I don't know why it bothered me finding these IDs. It just did. I was there when he took the photos. I was there when we went and got them. Even though he was an adult, when I got with him, he was a grown man, but he didn't even have a driver's license yet. I'm the one that helped him do that and get that and achieve all these things that he should have achieved a long time ago, but was never given the opportunity. And so, I don't know, maybe that's why it bothers me, but like I said, it's not like I miss him, like I said, I'll always have a love for him. I'll always pray for him, always. He's one of God's children, and I know that some of us, have talked about it before, some of us, and that God doesn't make all of his children perfect. None of us are perfect, Some of us are a lot less perfect than others, but, so I don't know, like I said, I think for me it's a deal where it's because, like I said, it's, when somebody's a part of your life, when you're told, you've got 2 years left, that's a strong bond with someone, that's somebody that was there at like an incredibly hard time of your life. And I don't know, part of me, it just kind of saddens because I thought he would always be there, but it's like when I think about it, I think, Carri, did you really always think he was going to be there? And when I truly think about it, when I get real honest with myself, like real honest, no. Like way back in the back, I kind of always knew it would eventually end. If nothing else, I'm 15 years older than he is, It may be cool, when he's 30 to be with someone 45, or 35 to be with someone 50, But when he's 45, is it going to be cool to be with a 60-year-old? When he's 50, is it going to be cool to be with a 65-year-old, So I think, if nothing else, I figured the age would probably, be, the thing that killed it. But it is what it is, God makes everything happen for a reason, good, bad, and ugly. Y'all know I say that all the time. And maybe I had to go through those years with him and everything I did in order to get somebody like Tim, Tim has been a breath of fresh air. It's been very different. I'm literally, like I said, I'm having to learn a new person, a new personality. I'm having to learn how to be loved, genuinely loved. Not because what I can do for him, or what I do for him, or because he wants something, or he needs something. It's like he literally cares for me just because I breathe. It's that simple. And he tells me constantly, he's like, you know how cool I think you are, right? I'm like, yeah. He tells me all the time that knowing me makes him want to be a better man. And he's already an incredible man. But he's like, Carrie, just watching you makes me want to be a better human being. You know, and then he talks about, you know, how much strength, how much respect he has for me for the strength and of everything that I'm going through, even though it's not something that I chose to go through. You know, kind of like when we were in San Antonio, you know, it's the first time that, you know, that we've spent days on end together, day after day, night after night. And, you know, I've always told him I have bad days, I have bad nights, I run fever, I get sick, you know, but I just keep on going. And it is what it is. You know, I get through it, and the next day comes, and I just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And after we got back from San Antonio, he told me, he said, you know, he said, a lot of people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And he said, but you talk it and walk it both. And he said, it, how you say you handle things, this is exactly how you handled it. You dealt with it. You didn't cry. You didn't complain. It's like you had a fever. You were sick. Da, 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 you laid down. You took a nap. And you kept on going. And I'm like, I told you. And he's like, yeah, you're the first person that's ever like meant what they said. And it's very nice to have that. He tells me all the time how much he admires me. I don't know that I deserve to be admired. I mean, I'm just, you know, you either curl up and die or you keep living. Those are your only options. And I'm definitely not a curl up and die type of girl. If that was the case, I wouldn't have come this far. You know, I wouldn't still be fighting. I would have given up. I wouldn't be going to Houston for almost 2 weeks alone to fight cancer. But I appreciate the admiration that he has for me. Like I said, I don't think I deserve it. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. You know, God gave me a life, and I'm fighting to keep it. That's it. It's simple. I don't think I'm any better than anybody else or any different than anybody else, you know. People tell me I'm strong and I'm their hero, and like, I don't know how to react to that. You know, I don't feel like I'm some superwoman, you know. I mean, I know I'm a pretty bad chick, but um, but you know, it's just me being me, I guess. So, you know, I don't feel like I deserve some special award or anything, but anyways. But, you know, so I don't know. So maybe I had to go through everything that I went through, you know, with my ex in order, like I said, to get somebody like Tim. I don't know. I just, like, I don't even know what to say about him. He makes me feel incredible. He makes me feel special and wanted. It's safe. It's secure and okay and good. He just makes me feel good. I know he's there no matter what. You know, I don't ever have to question it. You know, kind of like even though I'm going to Houston alone, he's like, every single day that I'm free, I'm going to be there. Every single day I'm free, I am going to be there. And I'm like, you don't have to. And he's like, guess what? You couldn't stop me. You know? And it's like, you know, and then when I start having a hard time finding lodging, you know, and we realize that I'm more than likely going to, you know, have to stay at the Rotary House, which is the hospital that's, the hotel that's connected to the hospital. You know, it's not cheap. You know, I mean, we're talking for my, like, you know, little less than 2 weeks. I mean, we're talking $2,000. You know, that's not parking, food. I mean, that is just the room. And, Tim's like, here's 1,000. Put it towards it. You need it. You need more? Do you need something else? And, like, I never would have asked him for money, ever. I wouldn't ask anybody for money. Um, and he basically did leave me any choice. He basically was like, accept it or, you know, I, I know your info. I'll call the hotel and I'll give him my credit card and I'll pay it without you knowing. um, and it's just like, who does that? Who does that? So, um, and he's doing it because he wants to make sure that I have every opportunity to continue this fight and to continue this battle. And he wants me around as long as possible. And the thing is that he doesn't want me around just for him. He wants me around for me and for my daughters and for my family. That's what he wants me around for. And the fact that it'll trickle down to, him being a part of it as well. He's like, that's an added bonus. Even though, you and your children and your family are here and I'm down here, he's like, it doesn't matter. It still trickles down to me. And even if I get just a small piece of you around for an extra 5 years, 10 years, whatever, and he's like, then I'm happy. So it's just awesome. It's awesome. I said I'm still working on it. It's I still want to put that wall up, just to be safe. Because I don't want to be hurt again. I've been hurt my entire life. Pretty much every man in my life has hurt me. Except for Tim. And, I'm just not used to that. I know I deserve it. We all deserve it. But I'm not used to it. So, but yeah, so I don't even know why I ended up rambling on about all this stuff, but like I said, I came across these IDs and for whatever reason, it just kind of just upset me. I don't know why. I really don't. Like I said, it's not like oh my God, I miss him. It's not like that at all. It's not, you can't really miss something that wasn't what you thought it was. So, um, but, so, and like I said, honestly, I have never been happier. Like, my life is so much easier now. It is like so stress-free compared to what it was. And it's like I finally feel like I can breathe for the first time in years. I can breathe. I can wake up without stress. I go to bed without stress. I don't live on eggshells. I don't walk on eggshells. My life isn't full of drama. Nothing but drama and negativity. But like I said, I've said from day one, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's all that my relationship with my ex. I will never ever say that. It doesn't matter how bad he was to me, how bad he wasn't to me, how bad our relationship was or wasn't. I will still never ever ever stand here and say that it was 100% all bad, because it wasn't. It wasn't. I wouldn't have stayed for the years that I did if that was the case. And that part really saddens me too, because it's like, you got to dig really deep down with him, but honestly, he's got a good heart. He really, really does. He really does. And that's why I pray for him. I want him to find happiness and to find peace. And I want him to find it within himself so that he can have it with somebody else. And I just pray to God that he doesn't ever treat another woman the way that he treated me, ever. I have a journal that I used to journal in, and I used to keep it hid from him. And I would write down all the terrible things, Why do you do this to me? Why do you treat me this way? Yada, yada, yada. And I went to, hang on. Sorry, my baby wanted back in my room. What, my baby? What? What, Mama's big fat boy? Oh my goodness, what? Um, but I went to spend the night with my mom in the hospital. She was having surgery a couple months before we split. And I never asked him, and I never would ask him, but I'm pretty sure that he found the journal. I mean, I had to keep it real well hidden, you know. It was in my nightstand, kind of behind my gun and some other things, but I'm pretty sure that he found it. And it's okay if he did. Everything in there was true, and he knows it. But I sometimes wonder if that was a real eye-opener for him. You know, it's one thing to know how you treat someone, but it's got to be devastating to see it in writing, to see all the pain, the hurt, the fear that he inflicted in me and on me. And I really, truly, honestly believe in my heart of heart that that was a turning point for him. Because I know after that he would, like, we would argue, and like he would say things that he had never said before, like, you know, things like, maybe if we weren't together, maybe your life would be better. Maybe your health would get better. Maybe you would be happier. You know, when you love somebody, you don't say that. And I truly, and you know, unless I was to ever speak to him and he told me otherwise, I truly believe that he found the journal and he saw how hurt I was. You know, and I'm not going to go into detail, you know, what happened between us. It doesn't matter. But it was bad. It was bad. There were times where it was even worse than my marriage to my first husband, Sean, Molly and Madison's dad. And I used to tell him, I used to tell my ex, you know, I don't even know why I divorced Sean, you know, just to turn around and get right back with him. Not really with him, but, you know, with someone just like him. You know, my girlfriends are like, boy, your picker is jacked up. I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, yes, it is. So, no, I'm just kidding. I saw the good in him, you know. I could see past the dark soul in him. I could see the kindness in him. I saw what nobody else ever saw in him. And I hope I'm not the only one that could or that does. I hope somebody else does in the future. Because like I said, all I want for him is to be happy, honestly. You know, I thought that I would be able to be the one to make him happy. And I know I did. But I can't make somebody happy that isn't happy with themselves. I can only make him so happy, per se. You know, he has to do that on his own. And I just hope that he finds the way to do it. I really, really do. You know, I don't know what the future's going to hold. I don't know if we'll be friends 5 years down the road. And not that we're not friends now. I mean, we're not friends, but I mean, we have no communication. I chose it to be that way for me. Um, I have a lot of healing that I need to do before I can be friendly with him. I need to mend a lot of things before I can be friendly with him, if ever. I'll never have a hatred for him. I'll never go out of my way to do anything to harm him or hurt him or be ugly to him, about him, ever. Ever, 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 ever. I hope that he stays on a good path. I hope he fixes the things that he needs to. But so, anyways, so enough about that. So, kind of like I burnt the socks. I'm not going to burn these, y'all, with my pyromaniac self. I swear, those are like the only time I've ever done that. Literally, I swear to you, I swear. But I'm going to cut them up. So, number one, you don't need somebody's driver's license floating around. But just it's the end of the end. So, just something I need to do. But like I said, I don't know why it bothered me. I think, like I said, I think it's sadness, honestly. When I see his photo, I feel sad because I know how broken he is. And I just hope that he fixes that. And, getting a new girlfriend, one of these days, if he has one or if he gets one, that isn't going to fix him. That isn't even going to make him happy. Trust me, if I couldn't make him 1,000,000% happy, no one can. Because I'm a damn good woman. I'll tell you that much. Tim will tell you. I'm an extremely loving and caring person and devote my entire being to someone when I'm with them. And of course, he's one of these people that probably thinks, oh, let me just go get a new relationship and I'll be better. But he won't. He won't. I wish it was that easy. We all know it's not that easy. Number one, he needs to get his relationship with God back first. And until he does that, nothing else is ever gonna be good, no matter how hard he tries. But that's it. So, but like I said, hopefully, I pray for him daily, and hopefully God will, be able to get into his heart, the way he needs to be. Hopefully the Lord will be able to speak to him, and hopefully he'll listen. That's the problem. God speaks to him all the time. He just don't listen. And I prayed with him every day, but it didn't help. So, but, I hope that he, I hope that he finds the peace and the happiness that I have found. I truly, truly do. So, and that's all I can wish for him, is just the best, but, I don't know if he even still watches my videos or not, but just in the event you do, I just want you to know that I thank you. I thank you for you being there when I needed you the most. I thank you for being there at my toughest times, my darkest times, my roughest times, the times when I was more scared, the times when I was terrified. And most of all, I thank you for letting me go. I needed it. I really, really did. I needed it. I didn't realize how lost I allowed myself to become. You know, I basically, I spent my every waking being, you know, concerned about him and worried about him, you know, and I forgot about me. And it's like I'm finally finding me again, and have been so lost for so long. So thank you. Thank you. Truly. Because you let me go, and because you allowed me to go, you allowed me to find me. And I really, really, really needed to find Carri again. Like, Carri had been lost for so long, and I was dying inside. Honestly, I was dying inside. I was trying so hard to love you that I was killing myself, and I wasn't loving myself. And because you let me go, I found a great, great man. I didn't find him, he found me. God brought him to me. I found somebody that I know will always be on this journey with me. I found somebody that I don't ever have to question. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you. And there's no hard feelings, and there's no ill will. Whatever happened between us happened. It's done. It's over. And I know that I was a huge part in changing your life for the better. And that makes me very happy. It makes me very happy. And I'm glad that I could do the things for you that I did over the years. And just, you know, the things that you were able to grow from. You know, I'm glad that I was able to be a part of that.